Part 27 of Pokemon Blue, and today we're finishing up this route. It's about time. But first we're gonna go get this little TM over here, or at least I think it is a TM. It's an item over here that you need cut.
If I remember right, in the remakes, it's remakes.
Yeah, well, they kind of change it. Well, first we're gonna fight this trainer here first. That's kind of there, but and then we'll get this little item over here and we'll figure out what it is. But yeah, today this 14-minute part's gonna fight all the trainers all on the left side of this this pathway, which will finally finish off in this part today. Just nothing but drag, but finally got through this, and once we get through this part, and starting next part on part 28, we're going to start actually doing some other things that we can do before we head to that one other place, that one huge building that we got to get through. And I am poisoned, so for this entire part we're going to see a lot of flashing lights again from the poison, because I don't have any healing items and whatnot. So yeah, most of my Pokemon are kind of running low on energy, so you might start seeing them faint after a while, as we can see Cadaver's at 12. But as things are going on for right now, we're just powering through as much as we can to get some Pokemon to get up to some more levels and whatnot, as we head on our journey. So to be quite honest, the next thing that we're the next long part that we have to get through is gonna come up pretty shortly. So don't get used to seeing, oh thank God we're getting through all this tracking. No, there's still at least a couple more of these, and they're gonna be. That's what I'm gonna look for. Not back to back, but I would say with one or two parts, we're gonna go right into that building full of Team Rocket members that's taken over. And so yeah, and I don't remember how many parts that is, but I'm pretty sure it's just this as long as this here, unfortunately. So yeah, so don't get used to seeing us like, oh, okay, we finally get through all these trainers, seeing the same Pokemon we've seen all the time. Like, nah, we got one more part that's like that too, if you want to do the water. But the water, I don't think it's gonna last too long like it has on this and the Silph-Co that we're gonna tackle here. Because if I remember correctly, I don't tackle Koga immediately while I'm here, because I think my idea was to sail from Fuchsia to Cinnabar and go through all the water trail there, if I remember correctly. But I think I tackled Sabrina first, but before I tackle Sabrina, I gotta tackle the Silph-Co for me to get to Sabrina. And so that's what I'll end up doing. But I think in between parts from this route and the Silph-Co, I want to go ahead, I already gonna show off a thing you need to do, which is get you some 2 HMs, which is going through the Savaris zone. I believe that would be next part, is when I go through it. Since I was already here, I'll go ahead and tackle it, but just don't tackle the gym leader as of yet. And at the level I'm at right now, I can go tackle him now, because I think he's about the same levels as my team is right now.
I know the remakes is higher than 41.
Yeah,
But that's in the remakes.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think they kind of boost them up, because I think in this generation, both Sabrina and Koga are about the same levels. But to tell you the truth, I think a lot of people do tackle Sabrina first after going through the Silph-Co, but the problem is I think a lot of people are quite under level at the point to do it, because Sabrina's level is about, 38s to 40s. I think Koga is the same way, about high 38 to maybe a 40 somewhere in there. As you can see, I went through all this trail and I'm just past the 35s of most of my team. And I'm still gonna go through the Silph-Co plus a bonus gym, and then tackle the 2 gym leaders, which I want to say by the time I start tackling the 2 gym leaders, and they will be back-to-back gym leader fights, I will be probably be greatly past the 40s at this point with all my team. Because if you notice, I kind of keep my teams about the same level. If one gets 36, I kind of trade out for something, unless they're kind of weak to the area that I'm at. I kind of leave it alone. But here I've been kind of evening out, with the exception of the Beedrill I have in there. It stays at level 10. 5 of my Pokemon are kind of just grinding to. Are just grinding to probably the 40s, and I'm sure by the time I get to the Silph Co and get done and beaten out before I start fighting the 2 gym leaders that's available to me. Well, 3 technically, if you want to count the fighting gym leader that's next to Sabrina instead. But I think, if I remember correctly, it was a 1-point gym, but Sabrina was able to take over that area. Let's see, oh well. Yeah. So as we trek on through this grind here to get some bonus levels for some Pokemon here, I hope I'm getting. But I think, the levels that you're kind of seeing now is what I'm kind of be at when I leave here. But I expect to be at least by the 40s by the time I start fighting the Koga and Sabrina. Thank you for your input. You know what, let's talk about some of the side games, at least from the N64 era, because, to tell you the truth, I don't know if we're ever going to go do a playthrough of Pokemon Stadium, or, well, maybe we can probably do Pokemon Snap, I don't know, but Stadium, I'm not too sure.
Show off the mini games and battle system.
Well, we can't. We have the game and the sequel. We'll get the sequel. Talk to the sequel. But we'll talk about the sequel later. But I guess we can do some things about what you can do in that game and whatnot. Pokemon Stadium came out, or at least what we got was actually called Pokemon Stadium 2 in Japan. Pokemon Stadium was a game where you can fight Pokemon in 3D way before, X and Y did it. But that was the only way we can fight Pokemon in 3D. You can also transfer your Pokemon with the transfer pack that came out with it. You can even play your Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow games with the transfer pack. In fact, that's how I first played Pokemon, was through Pokemon Stadium with Pokemon Yellow. That's how I did it, was through Pokemon Stadium. Never got far in that game. I never passed round 1 with any of it. But it's basically what it is what it sounds like, but the way it's set up is kind of, I think they're trying to pack in more content and more than they probably should have been doing, but it is what it is, yeah. Because I think after a while, you just get tired after a while. Trying to complete Pokemon Stadium is just a tiring task. You get so tired of it after a while, you kind of stop and give up and keep on going. Which I've been doing for, I had that game since I ever got to, whenever it came out. And it's just, and I've been playing that game for years, and I still haven't even got past round 1, so for people who have managed to do that, you got more time than I ever did, and more patience with it than I did. But the way that it's just, there's like a couple battle modes and whatnot. One mode was the Gym Leader's Castle, which we can fight all the Gym Leaders from the games and fight the Elite Four and whatnot, in both round 1 and round 2. And they kind of stick to the same Pokemon teams, except for they have to have 6 Pokemon, so they always don't really make sense of a whole lot. But they do kind of stick to the typing that they're doing. Like Brock, I think you still get the Onix and the Geodude, but since he has a team that needs a team of 6, I think it probably comes with a Graveler in there, a Golem, and probably the Rhyhorn families as well, just to balance it out and whatnot. But in round 2, they kind of get a little crazier. They kind of start introducing, like, you know, I think probably Brock may have a water type in there, or a grass type in there, just in case you bring in a water, or something like that. A psychic type in there is like a, you know, just a guaranteed to counter out some weaknesses to the typing you would think you'd be having. But you have to battle some trainers in there that kind of does this. I know, the more I think about it, I think the more they don't really make a whole lot of sense. I think there's a bug catcher in that, just somewhere you use bug types for whatever reason. I guess just to throw you off, I guess.
Bug catcher using bug types?
Well, in a Brock area, or you think you'd be thinking you'd be fighting rock types. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I guess at the same time, since it's so limiting of typing in the first generation, you're gonna have to make up for what you have. But yeah, that's how it works. So. But that was Pokemon Stadium. I don't know if we're ever gonna do a complete playthrough of doing like the Gym Leader Castle round 1 and 2, the Poke Pika Master Ultra Cups round 1s and 2s. I don't think we're ever gonna do that. Nor I don't think nobody has the time to do that. Hell, I haven't even beaten it like that. But if we are gonna show Pokemon Stadium, I think it'd probably be a one-on-one battle between you and me. And probably just show off all the new games. That's about it. Ugh. So, with that said and whatnot. Well, I'm just laughing at Cole. He's playing his moon version. He's doing that Wonder Trade thing, right? And he traded it Rowlet, and I'm sure he just grinded some eggs for a magic card.
A Japanese magic card.
A magic card, no matter what language it is. And we have a Wigglytuff. A Wigglytuff. Wiggly. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's not up here.
Anyway, apparently our dog went missing. I don't know where he went. He's probably in Sierra's room. If I had to guess where the other 2 girls were. But, with that said, this would probably be I think this is our last trainer because the part's ending. So, yeah, we're finally getting through this thing after us. You know, we had to sidetrack a conversation just to get through it. Unfortunately, I think this is probably why most other people probably do that, because that's the only way we have to get through it. But, you know, we're a small channel, we're growing, and we'll be at it for about, 3-4 months now. We're trying to learn, trying to do our best to get better, and try to be more informative. But yeah, as I get through here, we'll see you in part 28.